You're always the nice guy. You've always followed the rules. But all you get from playing it safe is nothing but shameful rejection, relentless ghosting, and a set of blue balls. The truth is, you've been lied to. You've been fed a steady diet of Disney-level garbage and rom-com clichés. You were told stupid things like, be yourself, and the right girl will love you. But let's cut the crap and be totally honest here. How's being nice working out for you? If you're still here watching this Shogun Method video, then deep inside, you already know the answer. Love doesn't happen naturally at all, but is engineered. But here's what you don't yet know. What engineers the feeling of love and affection in a woman for a man is mind control. Now, before your brain does a backflip, this isn't some sci-fi nonsense. The mind control I'm talking about is as real and legit as it gets. I'm about to give you 3 weapons straight from the vault of Shogun Method's mind control armory, and each one is crafted to bypass her logic and hit her emotional core like a heat-seeking missile. And once you start using these mind control tactics on her, she'll think about you everywhere. When she's brushing her teeth, when she's scrolling through her phone, or when she's lying in bed at night, wet with confusion, craving your attention, and she won't even know why. Let's begin with the first mind control tactic, deliberate misinterpretation. Here's the rookie mistake 99.9% of men make when they meet a woman. They try to connect with her immediately by praising and agreeing with her. In other words, they play it safe. And guess what? Safe equals predictable. Predictable equals boring. And boring equals friend-zoned. As a Shogun Method practitioner, what you want to do is not to play safe and boring. You want to short-circuit her emotional wiring. To do that, you flip the script and misinterpret everything she says on purpose. Twist her words, inject innuendo, turn every question into a power play. Here's an example. Let's say she asks you, "Do you live alone?" You reply with, "Why, are you planning to scream a lot?" Boom. She's knocked off balance, and while she may feel somewhat annoyed, she's intrigued immediately. Here's another example. She asks you, "What do you do for work?" You smirk. What you really want to know is if I'm rich enough to spoil you. With this, you're reframing the entire interaction. You're not chasing her validation, but she's chasing yours. And the second she starts chasing, her emotional brain lights up like a Christmas tree. Now, let's go deeper with the second mind control tactic, the double bind. As I teach in Shogun Method at shogunmethod.com, the double bind is a psychological chokehold disguised as a question. You present her with a choice, but both options secretly lead to the same outcome, your victory. The first question I ask new Shoguns when they join the Brotherhood at shogunmethod.net is this: do you want to change your dating life now, or wait a few months? That's a double bind. Either choice means my students are still in the community, still listening, still locked into the Brotherhood as they dig deep into the rich Shogun Method knowledge base. No matter which of the two choices they make, I get what I want. Here are some examples of double bind statements used with women. Want to tell me about yourself now or after our drink? We should stay in touch. Email or text. We should go out Friday night or Saturday afternoon. The trick is that you appear to give her control over her decisions, but the options are controlled by you. She thinks she decides, but ultimately, you hold the cards. Some Shogun Method practitioners combine the double bind with the classic boyfriend destroyer with this line: "Are you going to dump him this week or next?" It sounds outrageous, but her subconscious doesn't reject it. Instead, it processes it automatically, and the very act of entertaining the question breaks her internal logic loop. Now let me be clear, this isn't manipulation, but mental warfare. If this kind of psychological know-how intrigues you, keep an eye out for the Shogun Method online masterclass. This masterclass dives deep into these exact tactics, not just surface tricks, but the real inner mechanics of emotional influence. The online masterclass is not widely advertised. Most guys won't even know it exists. But those who do, let's just say they don't have to ask for dates. Instead, they draw women in like gravity. You'll see a link soon to fractionation.org, so make a mental note. Now let's move into the most dangerous technique of them all, the ultimate emotional addiction trigger. If the first two were scalpels, this one's a nuclear bomb. Fractionation is what happens when you take a woman on an emotional roller coaster. And here's how you fractionate a woman like a shogun. You spike her emotions, and without warning, you drop her into emotional chaos. Then you yank her back up again, and you repeat this loop until she becomes emotionally addicted to the experience, and by extension, to you. This isn't just theory. It's how cult leaders are made, how toxic relationships turn into obsession, and it's how you implant yourself into her psyche so deeply she doesn't even recognize her own thoughts anymore. And the best part is, she'll crave you like a drug. She'll feel the desperation to text you first. She'll fantasize about hearing your voice. She'll think about you when she's with another guy, and she won't even understand why. That's mind control in action. In Shogun Method, we call it emotional enslavement, and its masculine power placed squarely in your hands. And like every power, it comes with the need to harness and control it so it's put to good and ethical use. In the virtuous masculinity philosophy, power over women is only one of the trinity of powers that men must acquire. And a man's powers must be contained by submission to God, and how he dictates we use the power according to his authority and will. We are nearing the end of this video, and so let's wrap things up. What I just gave you is the tip of the spear. The raw, unfiltered, and uncut versions of these techniques are not for public consumption. The reason is simple. Shogun Method tactics are dangerous in the wrong hands. Used carelessly, it can wreck lives, both men and women. It makes you unforgettable to an extreme level that she's obsessed with you completely in an emotionally unhealthy manner. If you're ready for that power and you want to step into the dark side of female psychology and never look back, there's a private online masterclass waiting for you. It's hosted by the official Shogun Method team, the apostolic custodian of the knowledge, and it's open for a very limited time. But here's a fair warning. This is not for everyone. The Shogun Method online masterclass isn't some feel-good dating fluff. There's no believe in yourself pep talk. There's no shiny affirmations or reheated pickup gimmicks. Shogun Method is a straight-up weapon, and like any weapon, it's dangerous in the hands of the weak. If you're the kind of guy who still thinks buying flowers, sending good morning texts, or respecting her boundaries is the path to her heart, don't join the masterclass. You'll choke on what you'll find inside. But if you've seen the truth, if you're sick of playing by her rules, and if you're ready to bend her reality around your will, then step up. Because what's waiting for you at fractionation.org is the unfiltered truth. You'll learn how to implant yourself inside a woman's mind so deeply she can't eat, sleep, or function without you. The Shogun Method knowledge base is not for the faint of heart. It's for men who are done begging, done simping, and done being invisible. It's for virtuous men who want power, submission, and control, and still want to do the right thing as ordained by God. If that's you, then go now to fractionation.org and sign up for the Shogun Method online masterclass. But if you hesitate, or if you need time to think, then do her a favor and stay out of her life. Because the men who are prepared for Shogun Method never hesitate to do the right thing based on uprightness and virtue. Your move. Fractionation.org